So there was a DEWALT exhibit, and at expos, trade shows, you always see all types of prototypes, but there was a bit of a prototype blender.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
To say it lightly.
Yeah, so there was a zero-turn lawnmower, which is like the kind that you like sit on, and I don't know, it looks like a command station or something, but you just sit on it, and it was an electric one, and it caught on fire. DEWALT is obviously a brand in the power tool lawn care space that has good brand equity.
Yeah, great brand equity. They're a great brand.
Yeah, how would you break down this sort of disaster to be dramatic, but it kind of is one for
You're
brand.
the marketing expert. I mean, just you tell me what's it like if you're a marketing person or executive at DEWALT and you see viral videos of a product that you're putting into the market literally on fire, and not only that, but it was like very difficult for the fire department to put it out because these were lithium-ion batteries on fire. So like, from a marketing perspective, how do you feel about it?
I have two thoughts, and I don't know if this directly answers your question, but from like the marketing perspective that I'm in now, where we work at New Current and we help people bring products to market, we see tons of prototypes. There were probably 10 prototypes before that one that they brought to the show.
Right.
So I feel like my mind goes to like forgiveness, like, that really sucks.
Yeah.
At the same time, maybe you have an audience, maybe you have an uphill battle. You're trying to change a product category that's been based on gas since it began, or for forever, for years. So you really have to change perceptions, getting people to see that an electric lawnmower is a valuable device. And then if it's catching on fire, not only are you dealing with, maybe the battery won't work and let me mow my whole lawn. Maybe I have acres to mow in my electric battery. Like, you could be dealing with perceptions of that all the way to the obvious extreme of this could catch on fire while I'm on it, and then I'm gravely injured, or my land catches on fire or whatever. So like from a consumer perspective, if I'm putting myself in like a regular person's shoes, I would say it's very, very bad.
and from like a brand owner's perspective.
Yeah.
Like, let me say it again. I think DEWALT is a great brand, and I think Stanley Black & Decker that owns DEWALT is a great brand. And I also have empathy for the situation. But like, you are like, let's say you have nothing to even do with the lawn care portion that put that prototype out as a demo. You're in charge of drills, or you're in charge of something. Yeah, like that yellow brand is going to be impacted in the mind of anyone that saw that viral video, which went out to hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah,
it's in everyone's mind now. It's like, you're saying it nicely. On that front, it's a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, I have not a personal example with DEWALT, but I remember like in the mid 2000s, Toyota was having issues with their brakes, so the car was just accelerating.
And it was like not a lot, but it happens like once or twice, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah, and it's like it gets on the news, and it's really scary. So like my family, we got in a fender bender. The car was totaled. My parents needed to buy a new car. My dad was always a Toyota guy. Yeah. Because this PR or whatever thing was happening, he was like, I'm not buying a Toyota. Like, I have my family in this car. So then we officially turned into a Honda family. It was like a really weird thing, but that's like my own example of something similar to this happening, and then it completely changing like buyer loyalty.
I think it's super relevant. And you brought up something where you said, maybe they're trying to break into a new market, create a new category. I think in this case, that's not necessarily the case, because there are, other brands here that are doing lawn equipment. You have EasyGo, you have Milwaukee Tool, and a variety of other electronic lawn equipment companies. So it's actually a competitive market versus, they're competing for ground right now. In the lawn care market, there's a ton of land grabbing opportunity going on, because there's a lot of combustion or plug-in lawn equipment out there that needs to be replaced over time. And the interesting land grab in this market is that because it's all based around lithium-ion battery ecosystems. So for example, if you buy a DEWALT, or if you buy an EasyGo or a Milwaukee, I'm not trying to play favorites here. Like, you just buy whatever, the first time you walk into that store and you're like, I'm ready to buy an electronic blower, or I'm ready to buy an electronic lawnmower. Whatever you buy first, you're much more likely to make your second purchase in that category the same brand, because you can reuse the battery from the lawnmower to the blower. And so it's really, really important for them to get that first conversion. So I'm switching from a gasoline-based lawnmower to an electric-based lawnmower, and that's my get in to the electric space. You want to land that first buy. So when you go back to, like, you know, taking the risk of putting these demonstrations out or these concepts out, like a concept car, they don't make ones that are going to like break when they do the Detroit Auto Show, right?
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's a prototype, but you do ones that like represent the brand well. Ultimately, prototypes and concept, those are brand exercises, right? That's marketing. Yeah. That's building excitement and enthusiasm for your brand. So yeah, I totally feel bad that it happened. I think for me, this is a lesson in for everyone that like you can do it right 99.9% of the time. It's that 0.1% of the time where it doesn't work. That's going to really set the standard for how people perceive, how consumers perceive their experience with your brand. And in the case of power, in the case of battery chemistries, in the case of safety, you know, I have a bias, obviously, because we make really high quality wireless power systems. But this isn't an area where, you know, I think it's wise to mess around with cheap and mess around with shortcuts.
All good points.